Six Flags over Georgia is getting a brand new world first coaster to the park in the 2024 season. This is going to be a fantastic new addition, an Intamin Ultra Surf water coaster, and this is going to be a fantastic new coaster to the park and to the chain, and will hopefully be the brand new start of a relationship between Intamin and the Six Flags chain. Stick around to find out why I think this is going to be a fantastic new addition to the park, and like I say, why Six Flags will hopefully now start a new relationship with Intamin and the benefits that it could have. Welcome to Coasternaut, thank you very much for watching today's video. If you do enjoy, please do give it a like, it massively helps out the channel, and subscribe for more. So then, Six Flags over Georgia. This is getting a world's first, no other coaster anywhere in the world like this, new for 2024, Intamin Ultra Surf coaster. The best way I can describe this is a mix between the Intamin Pipeline U-Shuttle coasters and the mack Power Splash coasters that we see, such as Pulsar at Wallaby, Belgium, or the Intamin U-Shuttle coasters that we see, American Dream Mall in New Jersey. And what this is, a boomerang coaster, two spikes on either side with an airtime hill in the middle and a splashdown. But rather than just being, forwards and backwards like we see on the mack trains, this is going to have trains with spinning seats on, free spinning seats, like we see on the Intamin U-Shuttle coasters. This is going to be a fantastic, unique ride. We've never seen anything else like this, and I think this is going to spice up something like the mack Power Splashes. From what I've heard, I've never ridden one personally. They're okay. The airtime hill in the middle doesn't really do much. The weightlessness on the spikes is okay, but not fantastic. And I think it's basically just a way of prolonging, getting that nice big splashdown at the end of the ride. Giving it more of a longer layout, more but I think something like this will actually make the ride quite thrilling. Having a car that free spins is going to make it far more thrilling. I imagine the airtime hill with a free spinning train is going to feel fantastic. Imagine getting some of that sideways airtime, something like you see on the mack Extreme spinning coasters. People rave about Plopsaland Japan and Silver Dollar City for having these mack Extreme spinners. This Intamin coaster, yes, it's a water coaster, yes, it's a very different layout, but I imagine that sideways airtime hill, if you're going sideways along that, could feel fantastic. Some of the airtime might be amazing. I think this is a great addition to the park. Over Georgia needed a water coaster. This is going in the same area where one of their old water rides were, where it's currently not used for anything. So it's going to feel nicer to have an attraction back in that area again. And as I've said, I think this is going to be a really good addition to the park. I can imagine it's going to be a lot better than the mack Power Splash coasters, but that's obviously just pure speculation. We've never seen one of these before. And, I think this is only good for the park. It's going to add extra throughput to the park. It's going to add another water ride to the park. A very unique coaster, not just for the chain, but for the world. It's the first time we've ever seen this. And, it has some good stats. It's got 590 feet of track. It's got a top height of 144. Like I say, two spikes, a top speed of 60 miles an hour, a multi-pass LSM launch, a splash effect, and two rollbacks. Those rollbacks I'm sure will feel quite cool. This isn't a proper water coaster. This isn't a splashdown like the mack Power Splashes. So, you might not get proper soaked. It's more of a water effect, but it's still going to look visually intriguing anyway. And like I say, a very unique coaster. I'm sure the spinning seats are going to be fantastic. These are free spinning seats from what I gather. They're not controlled spinning, so every ride is going to be different as well, which will hopefully make it a very re-rideable coaster. And I think this is, like I say, a great addition for Over Georgia. Can't really see much wrong with it. It's not going to be the most expensive addition to the park, so it's good to see back-to-back coasters. Obviously, they're having a junior coaster this year, or I think it's getting a bit delayed in terms of construction, so maybe they'll both open next year now. But it's good to see back-to-back coaster additions for the park, and more importantly, I think this could hopefully be the start of a new relationship between Intamin and Six Flags. Intamin, they have been known to make some absolutely fantastic coasters recently, and having something like the potential of Velocicoaster, Hagrid's come to the Six Flags chain is obviously going to be fantastic. I'm not talking about the theme in there, of course. I know nothing. Even the size of those coasters are going to come to the chain. I was just mentioning some of their more well-known, modern, really fantastic coasters. But Intamin have a fantastically diverse portfolio of coaster models. They have coasters for younger guests. They have coasters for thrill seekers. These include ones with lift hills, launch coasters, multi-launch coasters, even tire boost launches on some of their smaller coasters. They have the multi-dimension coasters, which allow for some great theming or indoor experiences. And the Six Flags chain, a lot of their parks are crying out for new coasters. Working with Intamin, working with Vekoma as we saw, working with Gravity Group, it's fantastic to see the chain now starting to work with multiple new manufacturers, or You know, they've worked with Intamin in the past, obviously, but haven't done for a long time. They've recently started working with B&M as well, with Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, Fiesta Texas. It's fantastic to see the chain now working with such a wide variety of manufacturers. It gives the parks so many more choices to go to when looking for a new coaster to add to their parks, and I overall think this is fantastic. But what are your thoughts on this new coaster that is coming to Six Flags over Georgia? Are you not a fan? Do you think the spinning seats is a bit of a gimmick? Do you think this will be very similar to a Mack Power Splash? Would you prefer the Mack Power Splash? But what are your overall thoughts on this coaster coming to over Georgia? Do you think this is the beginning of a new relationship between Intamin and over Georgia, or do you think this is sort of a one-off for the chain and we're not going to really see anything of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback down below. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more. It really means a lot. Thank you very much for watching.